In this video, we're going to talk about placing the air terminals and some of the additional flexibility that we're able to do with the articulated Cartesian arms built into these families. So we've talked about the families in the browser list previously. Essentially, these are like pretty much all other supply grill families. They're face-based families. So you place them just the same as you would with any other face-based family. So like this supply diffuser round neck, let's place some of these. So this is a ceiling plan. It's a working ceiling plan that I'm in. We can say place on face, and then we can place these right on the ceiling. So that's method number one. So all of the families function exactly in that sense. You can place them, right on the ceilings as you're used to. So one of my friends, John Atkinson, he's like, well, I want air terminals that are free. I don't want to have to use ceilings. I want to be able to place them wherever I want. So what we ended up doing is with these arms that we have in the families, we're able to invert the diffusers 180 degrees and place them on the floor. So the benefits of that is if you don't have a ceiling, or if you're just someone like John that doesn't like to use the ceilings, let's place like a grill family. Do a supply grill. Rectangular neck. So here's some fairly common grills. Double deflection, long blade. Let's do a stainless steel. Let's do an aluminum one. So like we just showed, you can place these on the ceiling. That's no big deal. Now, if you wanted to place this grill and there is no ceilings, or the ceilings aren't modeled yet by the architect, you can end up placing this on a work plane, and then we can choose our level 1, or you can choose whatever level you're working on. So I'm going to place this diffuser now right here. And now, as we showed in the previous videos, the articulated Cartesian arm is taking this family and flipping it over when we check this box, use AFF elevation for offset. If you hover over the parameter, you'll see a little hint here. So place air terminal on floor level, and articulated Cartesian arm will flip air terminal and move it to AFF elevation value. All right, so let's check it. And now let's give it a value, 8 feet. Okay. And let's tag some of these, so let's see what we got. Let's cut a section and look at what we actually got here. HVAC working section. And there we go. The diffuser now has been flipped after being placed on the level and is using that elevation. So that arm is essentially moving that diffuser up to that point. If we tag this family here and we use our elevation tag, now we've actually got an intelligent dynamic elevation that will report in schedules and in the tags based upon the actual diffuser location. So if this was updated, so we can make this any number you want, and the tag now will convey the exact elevation, which is awesome. I would love it if Autodesk would allow us just to use this parameter. Then I think we could clean up this family even more, but at the moment this is how it works. So one thing to be aware of is this diffuser has an arm that starts from the floor. So you can tell because as I hover over this, it's selecting that very tiny arm that you can't see. So you wouldn't want to do this and place this diffuser 3 floors up. You'd want to start the arm from whatever level you're on. All right, so that is the use AFF elevation. Here was the other one placed in the ceiling. So some of the families, they have modules with them. Like if we look at some of the return grill families, So here's some egg crates, here's some louvered filtered grills, here's a louvered grill. Let's put an egg crate grill down. So I'm going to choose face, and I'm going to place this. So now some of these families, they have modules, and this is right from the manufacturer. So you can turn on a given module size, and then you can align that within your ceiling grid. So these are what's available from Titus. You know, this hasn't been made generic. This has been based upon what I could find available in their submittals. So you could change this as you need and update that accordingly. The actual grill connection is inset, you know, as you can see, and that will flex with the size. So if we had 800 CFM, you know, the grill part will auto size now within that module that is selected. All right, so the next feature we added is the ability to do a face offset. So let's draw some ductwork and place another grill. Systems. So rectangular duct with takeoffs, 24 by 16, 10 feet up. Sure, that sounds good. Okay, so say we have some ductwork here, and now we want to host this diffuser to the duct. Autodesk did add that functionality to, you won't see it here, but when you have a non-face-based family, you can say place on duct. However, you can't move it in and out from that point. So what we created is the ability to host it to the duct and move it in or out. So I'm going to go back to that supply grill family we were looking at. Okay, and now let's place this on a vertical face. So I'm going to place one here, and say we have one on a wall. So the wall one, we'd want to give it an elevation. So let's move it up 8 feet. Let's draw a duct. This wall one now, if there is some unique walls and you don't have something you can place this on, you can place it on something nearby, and then you could say, hey, let's do a face offset of one, you know, some dimension, and that's going to be from this plane moving out. So now this grill can move right from wherever it's hosted to. You can even do negative numbers here, -1. You know, you can move it backwards, forward or backwards. So full flexibility with these air terminals. Now, the duct case. So first we want to put this grill at our duct elevation. The duct was at 10 feet. So let's go to this grill. Let's put the, now don't get confused with this AFF elevation and this elevation. This is the elevation we have to use because of how Autodesk has set this up. This AFF elevation is only used if this box is checked. And maybe I'll just clarify that for you guys. So for example, if you want to tag elevation, unfortunately at the moment you have to edit 2 elevations. You have to edit the elevation that it's actually placed at on the vertical plane, and then you'd have to edit this property here, 10 feet. And I think we'll have a way to automate that down the road, but at the moment that's how you do it. This number isn't being used in the family other than displaying this unless this box is checked, which we just showed. So let's put this back to, well, let's keep it at 10 feet. All right, so now let's say we want to put a takeoff and a damper here. So this diffuser, I'm going to check damper. There's our damper in there. And now we're going to give it a face offset. I'm just going to start with 1 foot. Okay, and now we're going to make a connection to that duct. So let's give this some airflow. 300 CFM. We're auto sizing right now to a 14 by 6. Sure, sounds good to me. And now we're going to essentially, well, let's choose our correct duct. So we want a takeoff, and the type of elbow doesn't matter in this case because I'm straight across from it. And there we go. So now we can back this up if you wanted to. We could say face offset is just going to be, let's see what 8 inches looks like. Yeah. So we got our damper here, which comes with the grill, and then we've got our boot and our takeoff. And now the nice part about that is this is hosted to this duct. So if this duct moves, it moves with it. No reference planes needed. There is some situations where you'll see the tap here has lost itself, and that can happen when you're shifting the duct up and around. So the best way to do it is use a move command that's linear movements, and then you should be fine. So I'm going to move this back here, and I'm going to show you one more cool thing. All right, so here's this duct. So I wanted to show you how nice of an attachment this is to this duct. So really, if you move this duct wherever, that grill is staying with it, which you just can't do without these families. So hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you on the next video.